Hello guys, and welcome back to Joe's Ventures. And today we're going to be doing the next episode. I believe this will be part 8 of Megaquarium Freshwater Frenzy, where we're just going to be finishing off Kairobi. I'm not going to worry about the length of this episode. I'm just going to go and finish it. So now what we need to do is hire a lot more staff. Should be the goal. What we're going to do is make sure all these animals are ready to breed. You guys are happy in there. That's you. I want to put a RL filter in here. And then we can put our big RO machine, that should be in here. I feel like we'll just take our time. I've got some cool plan ideas for the next couple months of the channel. Kind of do like an episode, because we're not going to have any more PK devlogs for the next couple months because we've got a big thing coming. So I'm thinking what I'll do is just do a couple playthroughs of some games coming out, especially like Ancestors coming to Steam. I wanted to have to play through that. Maybe Parkosaurus. I think something like that would be fun. So tell me if you guys would like to see that. I think I would enjoy that. So let's see you guys happy. What we'll do is get a couple water lilies in there. What I'm gonna do is just redo that. We need to make sure that all our animals are happy and healthy. That's the prerogative. There we are. Should be ready to breed now. These guys, the issue's hunger. So yeah, I think we're sorted here. See what we can do to make these animals breed. But you and increase the water quality. So what we'll do is just use that with the filter. What we can do is put a large nitrate filter and a large RO machine. Look at that. Excellent. Should be ready to breed now. Let's see what else. They should all be good. But you, I need to breed you. I think I know the issue. I need to get to rank 10 to do that, then just play. Okay, let's see what species we should get. I think what species we should go for first is go for Panther Crab. Put them right over here. I think it'll be perfect little habitat for them. So we can move here. Put a tank. Yes, poor filters. And then you've got to make sure we can get a couple different decorations in there because I need 6 decorations, I believe. So what are the decorations we get in there? There we are. Happy fish, no problemos. Move you. That should be good. So we can talk about little panther crabs here. Favorite little buddy boys. So these are called, they're a variety of freshwater crab from Sulawesi, or one of the Indonesian islands. Oh, toilet. It's a tool belt, not toilet. From Sulawesi, and they get the name panther crab, of course, from this spotted pattern all over themselves. They look like a panther. Very beautiful looking. They like fresh water, of course, and like Manano, or however you pronounce it. They reproduce by eggs and can only be found in these freshwater environments. They like low pH, so they like it to be neutral, and they like high temperatures, about 31 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, they're quite cool little crabs. They're happy in there. Shouldn't be a problem for them. So what we can do, level up. See if we can breed our... We'll breed you guys and see what happens. Oh, kept in acidic water. It's like a you problem. Little RO machine in the corner there. Just look at us. Making sure our animals are happy and healthy. The filtration's fine. Just temperature. Just got a little chiller. There we are. Worked perfectly. You no adult yet? Nah, you need to grow up, but then we can trade you in for something different. Right now we'll make a habitat for our catfish, red-tail catfish, which will be got before. What I'll do is so let's see. 13. So what we need to do is just add 2 of these and we're set. So we can have ourselves sorted quite quickly now. What else could we put in? We'll wait for you a little later. Put some of you in there. Sturgeon fish. Just love a good old sturgeon fish. So these, I'll put these in here. They'll like it in here. So what's this? 12, 14. More Roxy's. They were happy. So these are the Achilles Tang or Achilles sturgeon fish. Either or works. They get up to about 25 centimeters long in adulthood, and they've got their very charismatic striping here with the orange there. Very beautiful looking tang. And they are herbivorous, eating mostly algae, but they will accept in captivity brine shrimp and Mitre shrimp, and kind of eat whatever they can in captivity. They do like their algae. That is important for them. And they're found around Hawaii and Pitcairn, and can even be found in southern Mexico, even though that's less common. And yeah, very, very nice looking little fishies. So we've got giant hatchet fish. You know what that means? We got our giant hatchet fish. That means we got no problemos. Maybe we could even put them in there. That could work. That could look quite cool, actually. You can have another tank. But how much do I like hatchet fish like? So let's first So let's get our hatchet fish. How much space do our hatchet fish like? Boom, 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 boom. Put a large RO machine in here. Even extend it a wee bit. And then we can put a nitrate filter. Oh, they won't breed. That's okay, we can put some brine shrimp over here. Some bloodworm. Oh, that looks quite cool. I quite like that. I think I need to move that a little bit. Okay, so we got our giant hatchet fish. Now these are quite cool little fishies. We'll have a look in there. What have we got now? Over here. Or their scientific name is also Thraxochactus or something like that. These are from the Amazon River Basin. In the wild, they can get from about 6-7 centimeters long. They're in captivity, since they're tend to be healthier. They get to get a bit bigger, around up to 9 centimeters in an aquarium. And they're really, even though they're really seen in the aquarium hobby, just because they are able to jump and glide out of the water. They can be known to glide up to 9 feet out of the water, and they do like their shoalfish. They like to live in shoals of up to 5 individuals, and they're like big tanks of a minimum of 150 liters. So they're like their big tanks with. So they're very much like their friends in their space. It's a very cool little bunch, especially since they glide. Cool if that was a mechanic, you could put like a top on there. Okay, so we need to keep on. We're almost there. Let's look. 460. We got like. You won't use the mod ones. We'll see what we can do at the moment. There's what fish I can get. We'll do that next. I've got a big thing planned for you. So I think what we'll do is put on our Ripshaw Catfish. That'll be the next goal. What are these guys like? I like a big tank, 180. So we need a big tank here that can get up to 180. 120. Oh, that's not quite big enough. How about that? That's a bit too big. I want exactly 180. Exactly. I'm going to be pedantic about it. I'm going to be very pedantic. How about that? How's that? Yes, perfect. Put 2 in there. We could extend this out a wee bit more. You'll be fine, just be patient. Put a little pump. Here we are. We're making our way. Oh, we can upgrade now. Plenty of fish. Oh, we got a lot of new stuff. Awesome. So what we're gonna do is make our way. Come on, we have to wait for you to fully grown. Wait for you to be fully grown. Yeah, we gotta wait a little bit for these guys. Guys bred yet? Okay, so we might need to speed up time and wait for you. Let's see what else we do. Do the large light first so we can get them breeding. What about you guys? Have you been breeding? You're on your way. So we've got ourselves quite well set up at the moment. What we'll do now, I think what we will do now, I think this would be an excellent idea. We'll get rid of all these guys and then we'll start to decorate our areas a bit more. Okay, so let's grab some utilities. Because that'll get us some cash money green bank. Might move that away, but move that out. A bit close. I want people to sit and enjoy my fishies. I really like that dwarf crocodile too, he's quite cute. I like macrocos. Who doesn't like your crocos? Because crocos are excellent. Okay, let's see. Level up. Our wolffish is embiggering. So that is good. Okay, so now that we got that sorted, let's see if we can get ourselves some fishy food. Drink machines, where are we going to put you? Oh cool, we can trade you now, but we won't do that quite yet. I kind of want to get this sorted first. Yeah, I'll get some seahorses soon, but I want to set up my tanky world first. Okay. So we can do... Where's a popcorn cart? Just to vary it up a wee bit. Because what's variety? Variety is the spice of life, kiddos. What's the one that we haven't seen yet? Okay, that organizes them a lot better. Now we need to put some toilets. Put some bins down. Then we'll put some toilets down. Because I know what's going to happen. Look, everyone's just dumping their waste all over the ground. Real waste. Then we'll put some toilets around. Good for the moment. We're starting to make our way up in the ranks again. Because we're awesome like that. And then we'll put a big fish tank in here. Because that's big fish. Make it a little bit bigger, just so we have enough space to work with. Nothing wrong with having lots of space to work with. Put our mackerel and our whiting in there. Get some coolers. And then now we can add our planty boys. So that works out well. I'm going to use this as like a station to put all our extra thingy-mabobs. Cockles and mussels. And then mussels and cockles and all of those hard-shelled thingies. Let's see what else we got here. Cool, so they're breeding, that's good. That is good, yeah? Very good, yeah? Okay. So let's talk about our fishy boys. We've got our Atlantic mackerel, which is a very common fish that's fun for fisheries. I really like the height of this tank. So yeah, these guys are found around the Mediterranean Black Seas of the Northern Atlantic. That's where they get their name. They can be found in huge shoals at depths of around 200 meters. And they spend most of their warmer months close to shore and near the ocean surface in spring, and then departing to areas of colder weather in the fall. And they migrate out to deeper, more southern water where they can find more water temperatures. So they've got this very long, elongate body, and they can get up to about 30 centimeters long, but individuals can get up to 60. They occur near the shore in spring and summer. During the female will produce nearly 500,000 eggs. And juveniles reach sexual maturity about 2 years old and can live up to 17 years. They're quite a long-lived fish. These are a very highly commercial species and are very sought after for their meat because they have very strong flavors and high oil content and omega-3. And nearly 1 million tons of mackerel is caught every year globally, which is sold fresh, frozen, and canned, and smoked and all that. And even though they're commercial, they are at risk of fisheries being overfished, as I've mentioned a couple of times before, and bycatch, because species, when they try to catch this species, a lot of other species, whales, dolphins, fish, turtles, for example, other fish they don't want to catch, can get caught in these nets and result in losses in those species. See, a very interesting fish. And then now we'll move on to the blue whiting, which is the other one in here. These guys are found around the southern Pacific, I think. Yeah, southern blue whiting. Yep, they can be found southern oceans, yes, about 3 to 7 degrees and 50 to 900 meters. They typically get up to 30 to 60 centimeters with a maximum length of 90 and can weigh a little over a kilo. There's 2 disjunct populations around the Falkland Islands and some around the South Island of New Zealand. And they like to hang around in this like mid-water and semi-pelagic trawls where they get caught. They like to hang around the Chatham Rise, Campbell Island Rise and Bounty Platform. So they're kind of like those waters that are cool and bring a lot of nutrients up from the bottom of the ocean with strong currents. And they are New Zealand generally has very good jobs at managing its fisheries. So the first blue whiting fisheries was gained the Marine Stewardship Council certification, so the people that were fishing this, and they're considered the gold standard for sustainable fisheries. So a lot of other companies and fisheries should take examples from them because they have got this prestigious award. So let's just get rid of these now. Very, very nice fishies. UV sterilizer. You know what, let's get these guys breeding. Let's get these guys breeding. We need 3 there. These guys are doing okay. How about you? You're not quite grown up yet, so we're gonna wait for you. And you're on the way of growing up. We can get our... I think we could get our fish now, our little fishies. And get one more mackerel because it feels a little odd to have 9 and 1. There we are, 10 of each. Cool, we got our seahorses now. And now we can go and quickly make a little tank for them over here. I think that'll be quite cool. I was a little worried that would kind of just pull that off. But now we should be good. We're our little seahorses. So look at that, we got our little horsies going. So these guys also known as the long-nosed seahorse. Or this is called the Slender Seahorse. These guys are found, they get to about 6.8 inches or 17 centimeters long. These guys are quite big little guys, even though that sounds like an oxymoron. These males and females can be distinguished because of these bright colors. Males are usually orange while the females are yellow, so it looks like most of these are females. But they can also have those brown or white spots on them sporadically on their body. So these guys are found around depths of 55 meters, and small individuals will inhabit the shallow waters. They have an affinity for coral reefs and sea grass beds, and can be found among coral, seagrasses, mangroves and such. They're native to many countries, including the Bahamas, Bermuda, all across the Caribbean, Cuba, United States, Panama, Venezuela. They inhabit those kind of areas, and they're kind of warm. They like those warm tropical areas. Quite a nice little fishy. I think they're quite cute. I like seahorses. Always like seeing horses in aquariums. Seeing seahorses, because they just like to hang out. Oh no, what's happening here? It's dangerous. Someone needs to do their job. So we're nearly on the path. We're on the path. We're on the path. We're almost there. Someone's revving their engine. Kind of annoying. I want to try to record a video. Okay, so what else can we do? Let's see what's... we've already got all these guys in. Yep. Yeah, we got you. Are you an adult? What's the biggest they get? 42, so you're not quite an adult yet. We need to get you reading. calcium. Yeah. Just thinking about what we gotta do now. We're almost there. We got to get you breeding a few times. Got to get you breeding. I don't think we'll get you in this time because it'll be those morphs. Stingray might be able to get you. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Got 3 in here. Have they bred yet? What? Can't find a mate. Weird. That's weird. Oh, she's pregnant, so that'll work out well then. I was thinking that was weird. Once we get this stingray, we can grow it up and get our big belly seahorse. Does that cool water? They do, so I can put it in there. Where is... Cool, we got that sorted. Watch this. We're gonna make sure everyone is happy and healthy now. Let's see. Got our crocodiles growing up. You guys growing up? So everyone's growing up. Need to upgrade this. Put 2 in there for now, and then we'll wait for this to go up. Should be going up very soon. So if an unhappy fish really makes it go down. What's wrong with you guys? Oh, you need 3x3, so see if we can fix that up for them. picky fishy. Yeah. It should be right though. There we are. Just make sure our fishes are happy. Because when they're happy, that's when we get the good dollars. Should be breeding. Okay. So I'm thinking what we can do here is hear it again. That's annoying. That should work, hopefully. Everyone should be breeding on their way. Okay. Okay, so now we can make like a double tank thing. I'm gonna make a big Belfast tank because I know what I got planned. And then we're gonna add it's not what I wanted to do, but we'll add a Kestrel tank so we can have our add a big pump. Not a little pump, big pump. We'll put our individual fishy happy things. That should work. Get some lugworm up in here. Get some lugworm up in here. Nice. Megaquarium machine. Let's see what we can add now. So that's on the way. I don't think we'll get that in the episode. Maybe. Oh, that one. We just gotta wait for her to grow up. What do you guys have? You guys have more water. So we've got a couple more species that we can get. We just gotta wait. Maybe we should add some other things while we're waiting. For the guests. OJ Squeezer. OJ, who doesn't love OJ? Even though he did probably kill his wife. But it is what it is. We should get our horse jacks now. Awesome. Horse eye jacks. So we get a couple horse-side jacks. We're getting all those invertebrates. We're going to put these guys. I wonder how well they'll do with. Might be a bit hard to put them in there. Hell? Where did they go? Tank is full, okay. Put them in there for the moment. Get your own tank buckaroos. Well, they need to be fed. We'll get that. see. How big is this tank? 30 out of 90. Yeah, that's good. There we are, we got our horse-eyed jacks. Nothing horse-eyed about that. So what's wrong with you though? Hunger. Can I hire more people? That'll help. Okay, let's talk about a horse-eyed jack. So here we have the horse-eyed jack. So these guys are just called big-eyed jacks. They feed on all sorts of different things, like smaller fish, many small invertebrates like crabs and such. And yeah, they're very interesting. They can get up to about a meter long and weigh 13 kilograms, but they usually get about 60 centimeters, so that's about 2 feet. They are found across the subtropical Atlantic from Bermuda to the Gulf of Mexico, around there, eastern Atlantic, found all around there. It's a pelagic fish, so they can be found on offshore oil rigs and other reefs. Juveniles come close to shore along the sandy bottoms, and they can be typically found in salt water about 140 meters deep. So they're a very popular game fish, and they've been known to crowd around divers and attracted to the bubbles. And they are at least concerned at the moment, but obviously with a lot of issues with game fish, they have to be carefully managed, otherwise too many will get taken out of the population. They won't be able to sustain themselves. So that's a big problem with the oceans. Catfish. Okay, we can now get a catfish. So we can get our lobster now. Let's get a little lobster. You'll be right at home over here. Well, how big's a lobster? 16, so we can just make him a little hole in here. Give him a little corner tank. I think that'll look nice. I like a corner tank. This guy right in the corner. So we are. Should be able to handle one little. That's what we'll do now. Let's make our way over to our biggie fishy. See how these guys will do in here. little lobster. He doesn't like a rock lobster. Rock lobster. Anyway, we're going to talk about lobsters. So here we've got the European lobster, or the common lobster. These guys can be found around the East Atlantic, Mediterranean, and parts of the Black Sea. They're closely related to the American one and can grow up to 60 centimeters long and up to 6 kilos. And they have these big claws here, which are quite cool, which are used to attack prey. They reach sexual maturity when they've grown a carapace length of about 85 millimeters or 3 inches, where the males are slightly smaller. They typically mate around summer when the female's recently molted, and then the male kind of takes the opportunity. Female carries the eggs for about 12 months depending on the temperature, attached to her pelvipods, little things that are under her body. And she carries them for about a year, and at the point the larvae will hatch at night, go out into the ocean on the surface, drift around preying on zooplankton, then they molt, and then about a month later and they molt, and then they become something close to an adult, and then they float down to the bottom and become Bethnic. So these guys are found all across the Norway, to Azores, to Morocco, around there. Very, very wonderful little group. And obviously they're a very common species to eat, especially around those areas. You got to be very careful with overhunting them because they're very slow breeding and long-lived. So you got to be very careful with that. And yeah, they just have to be managed. They're least concerned at the moment, but like all fisheries, they have to be managed. So yeah, very, very wonderful looking species. Very happy. He's clearly very happy with his tank set up there, isn't he? Very, very happy. No problemos for him. So let's see what other species we can get right now. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need one more. If these guys grow up, we should be able to get some leopard sharks. And then we should be on the go. So look, we're heading there. We're almost there. Let's see what we got in here then. We haven't really got any unique colorations yet from them, sadly. So it seems like we'll probably just keep mutating them. Ramirez leveled up. We'll see what we can get this episode. Let's see if we're still recording. Yeah, we are. Doing good. Boom, boom. Maybe we could put some education boards. So we'll get our science points up a bit. We don't really need that too much anyway. We just need to kind of push our rating up. See how all the fish are doing. Maybe we'll see how... There should be a way to check all the fish. See everyone's happy. More points. No one's not happy. So, well, no one isn't happy. Except for... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course we can get rid of some of these. Okay, then we got our sharks. Epic. So now we got our leopard sharks. Put them in here. What's up with these rays? Well, they'd be fed. Who's not feeding these damn rays? Put a high priority. These guys are very important. These guys eat mighty shrimp. No. Okay, so problems. They haven't been fed. Like, we had some herring over here, so you'd have to run all the way over there to get it. I don't know what you've been hearing about. And then we add the Midas shrimp. Oh, it worked out perfectly then. Well, we got some growing going on. Got some growing on. Should be able to put a wobble gong. You got 3 in there. Yep. You a great adult yet? 6, 12, 12. So once they're an adult, we can add them and get ourselves a wobble gong. Any fishy problems? Not by the looks of it. Looks like we're doing alright. Nope. Yeah, I think we need to maybe split these fish up a bit. Okay. Thanks for what's wrong with you guys? I'll need 108 now. Oh, really? $162, so we'll add. How big is that? 162. Just put them in there, whatever. Be happy now. I don't want to hear any complaining from you guys. So we're starting to build back up again. We got another ray. No ray. See how big these 17. So it's going to take a while for them to grow. So what we'll do is get our wollongong sorted. 44. Very picky with your filtration, aren't you? Now we can talk about a little tasseled wollongong over here. He's not little, he's going to get huge. And I think we've talked about the blue spotted ray either. We'll talk to him after we've talked about the ray. No ray. Let's just fix that. Okay, so let's have a look at the tasseled wollongong. So these are one of my favorite sharks. It's not quite grown up yet. The tasseled wollongong is a species of carpet shark that is found around northern Australia, New Guinea and those kind of islands. They can get up to about 1.8 meters long, or about 6 foot long, and they have these very broad flattened tails that they use to lure fish. And one of their very distinctive traits here is this kind of beard coming across their face, which is used to break their outline so they can hide in the coral. So during the day, these guys can be found in caves in ledges with their tail curled up, but when they come out at night, they go look for foraging and they ambush nearby fish and invertebrates. And they can also lure prey by using their tail to mimic the appearance of a small fish. And these guys are aplacental viviparous, which means is that they have live-born babies, but they don't have a placenta. They just like have the yolk sac, but it's still in their mother's body. So they've been reported to bite humans if they've been unprovoked, and a lot of attacks may be accidental because they think that, oh, there might be prey, but it's not. And they're considered least concern, but a lot of things like climate change and their habitats, destroying these coral reefs, could really affect them. So they're very wonderful species. I think they're quite cool. That's quite cute. Let's check on these guys. Blue spotted ray. We'll talk about the blue spotted ray while we're on that. We'll talk about the horse jack. So here's the blue spotted ray, and we've got the leopard sharks we can talk about too. So we've got, these guys are a species of stingray found in intertidal zones about 30 meters or so, found throughout the Indian and Western Pacific Ocean. They're a small ray. They usually don't extend more than a foot in width, about 35 centimeters. And they have these very oval shapes here. And they can be very easily identified, as you can see, by these really bright blue spots around them that give them a really unique colours. At night, small groups of these guys will follow the tides on sandy flats to root around for small invertebrates and bony fish in the sediments. And like the other ray, they are aplacental viviparous, with these females giving birth to up to 7 young. These guys are capable, as long as a lot of stingrays, are capable to injure people with their poisonous barbs, which are at the end of their tails. So you're going to be very, very careful with those. They're, because of their beauty and their big size, and well, they're not huge for ray, but they're good size. They are popular aquarius, despite popular in aquariums, yet they're poorly understood in captivity and don't do well there. They've been listed as near threatened because they face a lot of habitat degradation and intensive fisheries throughout their range. They're at potential of losing some of their population. Just got to be very, very careful. So we'll talk about leopard sharks now. Now let's get these sort of first. Okay. So get some big belly seahorses, but we'll talk about leopard sharks first. I just want to take a moment to appreciate my tanks. They're quite nice. So now we'll talk about the leopard sharks. So these guys are found across the Pacific Ocean, to be specific about the Pacific. Around North America, from the US state of Oregon to Mexico, they typically get to about 1.5 meters long, or about 5 feet is the biggest. They're very famous for having these kind of markings here. They're active predators that like to hang out in intertidal mudflats where they look for clams, shrimps, fish eggs, bony fish, whatever they can find. They tend to hang out within a particular area, and you can tell because they have huge genetic divergence within their populations, because they tend to like just hang out in one area. These species, along with the rays, are aplacental viviparous, which means the young hatch inside the uterus and nourished by the yolk. From March to June, the females give birth to as many as 37 young, and after they have a gestation period of about 12 months. And they are very slow growing and take years to mature, so they're very sensitive to fisheries. So they're harmless to humans and caught for food, and they're mostly fished off the waters of California, and they're recognized as least concern, but they can easily be overfished because they are not migratory, and they also have issues with slow breeding. But yeah, what's really interesting is that if you look at the young of a leopard shark, they look very different from the adult. I think they're quite cool. I think they're quite cool animals. So these are all adults. So now let's move to the big-bellied seahorse. These guys are quite cool. Let's just get them sorted. These guys are cold water, so we should put them. We'll put them next to these guys here. How big are they? How much space do they need? 6, 9, 12. Put them in here next to our guy. Our guy right here. Well, our crocs are getting bigger. We might have to go give those a looky-loo soon. Get some live Midas shrimp. Put a couple in there. Should not be a problemo. So these guys are also called the pot-bellied seahorse, and you'll see why soon. So they've got these big old pot bellies there. So these are the largest seahorses that you can find in Australia and in the world. They get up to 35 centimeters long, and they can be found around Southeast Australia, New Zealand, and least concern. So these guys tend to hang out around algae, seagrasses, rocky reefs, wherever they can find them. And they also touch jetty pipes and objects that can be found in estuaries and in the ocean. They usually inhabit waters less than 50 meters deep, but have been found in waters up to 104 meters deep. So these guys have obviously these very charismatic seahorse look with the tail able to hook onto anything. And what's interesting is that they can commence about once a year. Once they're 1 year old, they can breed, but in captivity they can breed to about 8 months. So what's quite famous about these guys is that the male actually has the pregnancy, so the female will lay the eggs in the male's pouch, and then once the babies are born, all the come out of the male, so the male is pregnant, not the female, which is pretty weird. So these guys are all growing up. You guys happy? I want me some happy fishies. Yeah, you are very happy fishies. That's good. I like me some happy fishies. What's up with you? Oh, let's move you guys. I think I'll move you guys. One over here. I don't even see him. Where'd he go? Probably we should have the best filter in the game now. Yeah, I should be happy now. What's up with you guys? 1 day ago, so we might need to hire more staff. Well, there's no more staff available. Did one die? What happened? And some zooplankton. So that works. Everyone's leveling up. So everyone should be on their way. You're on the way. Boom, 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 boom. So let's see what other species we can grab. We might have some black tip reefs. Doesn't that sound enticing? So how many do we need to get our... Ooh, we get our black tip reefs. Nice big tank for them. How big do they like it? 35, 30... 210, so they're like 210. So that'll be perfect for them. So yeah, we got our black tip reef sharks. One of my favorite sharks. Perfect for Shark Week, because this is being recorded during Shark Week. So we've got a couple sharks going on. So these are a species of requiem shark, which are easily identified by these black tips. That's where they get the name black tip reef shark. It's kind of obvious. One of the most abundant sharks found around tropical reefs around the Indian and Pacific Oceans. This species, they prefer the shallow inshore waters. Not like the oceanic white tip, a little bit different. These guys have very strong, very small home ranges, and they have high fidelity, which means they'll stay in the same location for up to several years at a time. These guys are very active predators. They like to swim around. And they can eat sea snakes, crustaceans, and seabirds. And even though they accounts of their lifestyle and life history is somewhat contradictory, but one thing that we do know is that they are viviparous, which the female gives birth to about 2 to 5 young around on a biennial, annual, or possibly biannual basis. It's just something we don't know. We're still learning a lot about the sharks, so that should be good. But yeah, mating is preceded by the male following the female, likely attracted to her chemical signals that she's given out. She's clearly given out the right signals, of course. So newborn sharks are found inshore and shallow waters, and they can briefly be found in flood and high tide. And they're very timid and skittish. They're very difficult to approach for divers, and they don't really pose a danger to humans unless they are aroused by food. But they are at risk. People, if you go diving in the water, you are at risk sometimes with these areas here of getting their legs bitten. But it's usually not too bad. It's not like a great white shark biting you. They're not too big sharks. They usually get up to about 1.6 meters, or no more than 5 feet. A little more than 5 feet. So these guys are near threatened, even though they are directly hunted for shark fin soup, of course. And they're very slow breeding, so it takes a long time for their populations to recover. And also as bycatch, as they're trying to catch other species as well. So it's very potentially dangerous. Okay, let's get you guys graded up. Getting big. Everyone's getting big now. So now we just gotta wait until we get ourselves up nice and proper. Put another thing around here. I should put that there so we don't have to worry about them. What's up with you? These guys can't breed. So can't these guys. If you guys hear any music in my background, that's because we're stuck in lockdown again, so we're all gotta worry about the deadly pandemic. Well, it's not that bad, it's just we don't want to risk people getting sick. So we're just doing the good thing and making sure everyone can be healthy during these tough times. I'm gonna have a look at this fish. I love the size of you. You're very, very big. Red-tailed catfish can get enormous. That gives you a good idea of their size, and so can you. Look at you, you huge man. Very, very big eel. He's clearly very happy hiding out in there. You can see his little face. And we got our crocodiles again. They're getting quite big. Looks like he's shuffling, having a fun, gay old time. It's quite a big animal. So these guys are getting big again. The piranhas are really having a good time. So we've got about 300 or so until we've finally made it to the end. See if we can speed that process up a wee bit. Need to update this area a bit. What I think we can do is add a couple more food places up around here. That could be an excellent idea. Set some coffee machines up this way. That's clearly what everyone's looking for. Put some self-serve. Put some toilets as well. Some bins. Nothing wrong with those toilets. So we kind of hit a stickler point. Okay, what are you? Oh wait, all the animals are happy, except these crabs. What's up with these crabs? Why are you not being fed? Clearly someone's not getting fed enough. Haven't really had a chance to get ourselves a mutation. need some supplements. Maybe put some. Some supplements around here. Just hope that doesn't take too much. Hopefully the software that should control of it should be sorting that out. What are you doing in there? Hopefully we should be trying to... Should be someone to come fix that. Put another... Now we've got the space. There we are. He was trapped in there. I haven't got any mutations yet, so we can't really talk about any of those guys. So yeah, just come on. They're clearly breeding quite well. I wonder what's going on with you. Say hi to our croco. Oh, 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 oh. Had to do 360. Let me have a look at our croc. That'll be a good screenshot for the thumbnail. See, should be on the way now. So we're almost there. 300. 300. So what made them peak around there? What's happening? Why does it go down again? We're at that last stretch. Let's see. can have. I've got every species I could potentially have. Double sure. These guys here, bloody. Why not put one in here? Oh, we get leaf scorpion fish. We get one of them. I like cool warm water. Okay. That's the one we haven't got yet. Actually completely forgot that we had the opportunity to have those. Level 2. What we'll do is we'll So we got this leaf-tail scorpion fish. As you level up. Well, also known as the paperfish. There's another common name for it. Quite a wonderful bunch of little guys. They get up to about 10 centimeters long, fully grown, and their color varies from green, pink, brown, red, yellowish to ghostly white like that. They often have these different color blotches, and they molt every 10 to 14 days, and they can change colors when they molt. So they're very, very colorful fish. They are very expert at camouflage because they resemble a dead leaf in the water. They make gentle movements when they moving around the water, just so they don't give the cover away. So they use it both to avoid larger predators and also to sneak up on smaller prey, which includes crustaceans, small shrimp, and fish, whatever they can get their mouth around pretty much. So these guys are found around the East African coast, the Red Sea, Indo-Pacific as well, Galapagos, Hawaii, and New South Wales. They can be found in tropical waters up to 130 meters deep. That's another thing that they can do. Incredible. So yeah, hopefully we're making our way now. We should be able to get it quite soon. I don't know what's capping it. We just have to figure it out, don't we? It doesn't say there's anything bad happening, no problems. Come on. 300. So we're almost there, come on. Come on. So look, we're going to make a gash for it. We're going to get it. I just want to check if we got everything that we can have. I'm pretty sure we did. So we're almost there. We're almost there. Yeah, we got these guys. Yeah. We don't have to worry about the coral. Yeah, we got everything we can have. So almost there. 45, 46, there. And then got it! Yes! So we've done it! We've got it! We're awesome. Yes! So you did it! Kairobi is now bursting with animals, each one expertly sourced and bred by yourself. It's time for your final challenge. You are to build a brand new aquarium in Diamond River to hold the home of the American manatee. That's awesome. You can continue to build here at Kairobi for as long as you want. This message will stay in your message log, accessible via the button on the bottom left until you're ready. So when you're ready to take this final challenge, this will be our last big challenge, let me know. Okay, so we'll be good. So now I just want to see, we win, we're awesome, we're excellent. Just want to see if we got every animal that we could. Yep, we got you, got all you. Got you, got you. Got you, got you, got you, got you. Got you, got you. Got you, got you. Don't worry about you. So yeah, I think this is about it for what we've done so far. So I'm really happy we finally got this sorted. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and bye bye.